Hey everybody, this is Ashley with Publish with Ashley, and I am so excited to be here today. I'm so excited to have you here today. So, hello to those of you who are watching on Facebook, on my Facebook group, or on YouTube. And if this is your first time here, welcome. And I normally talk about how to publish low content books on Amazon, and I have all sorts of creative and crazy ideas, and I am 100% here to help you and kind of really tell you how it is. I know there's a lot of hype in the whole low content book publishing, but I don't think hype is the right way to go about it. I think about you've really got to build your KDP empire, your low content empire as a business. And that's what I really want to share with you. I really want you to succeed. And I think you really got to go to the fundamentals and learn like truly good ideas and good marketing and, just good business sense. And so that's what I'm here to explain to you and help you all. So today, my topic was, don't do this, avoid this. This is bad as far as Amazon is concerned. And so I was actually looking through, and if you're at the end, if you guys stay till the end, I have a cool free offer that I'm only kind of sharing in the video. So definitely, watch to the end. Anyway, so what, do you want to avoid? Like avoid this mistake in Amazon. I was searching through Amazon. I was actually looking for hardcover ideas for you guys, like things in general that I think would be great for hardcovers. Just my take on that. I think gifts for the Q4 season in hardcover. So think, what is gift worthy, right? I think that's good advice for hardcover. But I was trying to look for kind of Q4 gift worthy type things. Maybe cookbooks, things like that. But anyway, photo books. I was looking for ideas. So how I came across this, I was actually looking for ideas, and I said, oh wow. This person totally missed the mark on KDP and what it should be. So I wanted to share with you to show you kind of why this is a waste of your time and don't do this. Hey, Paulina. Wow, Mexico. Yes. I love Mexico. I've been there so many times. I love it. It's so much fun. And the people are so great. Anyway, so sorry, let me share my screen. So here we are. And I was looking up, I think, camping photo book or something. I was looking up ideas for photo books and seeing if there were any hardcover photo books out there and if anything was selling because I had some ideas. But I got to this. So camping logbook, and they did Keep Calm, I'm Pregnant, Keep Calm, I'm a First-Time Grandma, I'm a Drummer, I'm a Teacher, I'm a Gamer, About to be a Great Grandpa, a Mom, an England football jersey 2020 English camping. What is that? I am sorry if this is yours. You are wasting your time and pretty much ticking off Amazon. Though in time, it's probably because these were just published. They're showing up first, and Amazon always gives some preference to things that are new because they like to offer their customers new things. I'll actually show you that in some more research I have later. But yeah, so don't do this. If there's one rule of thumb for Amazon, it should be there's a rule of thumb for real estate, location, 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 right? If there's one rule of thumb for Amazon, it should be audience, audience, audience. Okay? Because you need to understand who you're giving this or marketing this product to. Not to say that you can't be Keep Calm, Pregnant, and a camping logbook, but it doesn't fit, right? I could be pregnant and camping, but I don't really want to buy a camping logbook for while I'm pregnant. Like it doesn't make any sense together. Now, if I am a first-time hiker or a first-time camper, or maybe I'm a camping grandma, okay, I can roll with that. That might be cool. But like, you have to find things that I know I tell you guys to sub-niche and sub-niche down, but the sub-niches should make sense. They should not be camping logbook, Keep Calm, I'm Pregnant. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all. Okay. So don't do this. Don't just flood the market with stuff that doesn't make any sort of sense. make and create products that are actually going to sell to your audience. You are not just creating a notebook or a book or a logbook. You are creating a solution to somebody's problem. So solve their problem. That is how you are going to get people to buy your book. It's not about the book. It's not about the paper. They could just get this like dollar notebook here, from the dollar store and solve, and write things down. You are solving a problem for them. You're keeping it organized, or whatever it is you're doing, your book's purpose, that is what you were selling for $6.99, $8.99, $9.99, or whatever your price point is. That is what you're selling. You're selling a solution. Okay. And to sell a solution, you need to understand your audience. This isn't it. Okay. So this is the number one mistake, just throwing stuff at the wall with having no concept of who it's for or the purpose of that book. Okay. So please don't do this, because you are honestly wasting your time. This is just a waste of your life. Even if they have an auto uploader, this was a waste of putting it into the auto uploader. It's just a waste of everything. Don't do this. Okay, so let me go back and say hi. Your home ebook. Hi, Mike. I haven't seen you in a while. Parachuting during pregnancy. That wouldn't sell. And look at this one. I'm a teacher pink edition, and it's in black. It makes no sense whatsoever. If I loved pink, why would I want a black notebook? I want it to be pink, or if it was pink and black, maybe, but I want it to have some pink on it. Anyway, okay, so I want you to get some ideas of how you can look for your audience, audience instead of location. Maybe that should be my tagline, audience. Okay, so here is Bookbolt. And I did do a camping notebook, which I think this one is gorgeous. And I want to show you something. You think everything is saturated, but this one just got published February 21st of 2021. And it's really gorgeous. It's got color. It's got a textured background. It's got you probably can't see, but it's got some stars. And it says making memories one campsite at a time. So it's got a little slogan. It's colorful. It's bright. It's not just typesetting, because it's got 3 different typesettings, which can be a lot, but this is more like art, in the sense that you usually should try and go for no more than 2 typesettings. But the way they've done this, it makes it more artistic, and it looks good, right? It draws your eye in different ways, because the 3 typesettings are this one, making, and at a time, and then memories is, kind of memories. It's scripty to make it look good. And then this what does it say? One campsite. And it's the one campsite's another font, but it's blocked off. So this is a great one, but these are the types of camping notebooks. These are the things that are selling, and they make sense. Now, I also wanted to show you over on Bookbolt, this word count thing. See, there's not pregnancy, or maybe you can't see, it's probably pretty tiny, but there's things like camping, journal, book, record, log, travel, pages, trip, family, campground, campsite, memories, kids, adventure, information, remember, prompts, adventures, amenities, moments, keepsake. Okay, so those words all make sense, right? They make sense with the niche. So they aren't pregnancy or whatever. They're things that make sense. So that's the kind of thing you need to use. Use some common sense when you're creating this. Okay, let's do some more comments. It has been a long time. Hello, Jacqueline. And let's see, your home ebook. Is it necessary to run ads for beginner to make consistent sales? You know what? As a beginner, I wouldn't run ads until you start selling a few things. And only because as a beginner, you don't know if you're solving somebody's problem until you start kind of making books that sell. Now, that being said, let's say you're an artist and you've made this gorgeous coloring book that you've, hand illustrated and you spent time on, and you understand your audience because you're an artist and you make certain types of art for certain types of people. Yes, I would actually probably advertise that right from the beginning, because you put a lot of, personal investment into it. So trying to spend $10, $15 at least to start on advertising, of course, why wouldn't you want to do that when you put that much effort into it? But maybe your first few books, if you're just learning the process, I would actually start Amazon ads once you have some few things sell, because then you've kind of got it, right? Until that time, I think you might be wasting your advertising dollars. Okay. So one more thing I wanted to show you. So these are the kinds of things, like I do research on book bolts to find like words that make sense or things that make sense. But I want to show you a technique that I think is really cool that can help you maybe sub niche better. Okay. So this is what I do. I actually go to, you can use Facebook for something useful other than just groups that you're in. So I just typed in the search in groups camping. And so now I'm getting, I think I clicked on groups because it'll give you like just anything in Facebook. But if you click on groups, it just shows you the groups. So we've got We Love Camping, Camping Meals and Hacks, SUV Car Living, Camping Women Only, Virginia RV Camping, Campfire Cooking Recipes, Van Living. Here's a huge one. Okay, so look at this. Northern California Camping. And this group has 141 0.8 thousand members. So they've got a lot of people who are Northern California campers. Okay, so that might be a sub niche that makes some sort of sense because it has a decent group. Now, what you can do is some of these are private groups, some of these are public groups. So you can kind of join and I don't want you to spam them with your books. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to do research. Go through, see what questions people ask, see what things they're interested in. If you really want to do some research on a book, look on Facebook in groups, and you can find sub niches that actually make sense, that have a decent size audience, and can find a little bit about them. Like let's see, where was that Northern California one? This is a public group. So I might actually go on this public group, kind of read through the threads and see if there's a unique idea for Northern California campers that I can make a logbook for. Maybe there's a certain place they like to go and, maybe there's a lifetime thing they want to climb. I know in California, there's a really, what is it, Mount McKinley, or is that the one in Alaska? Anyway, there is a tall mountain that a lot of people spend time preparing to climb. So maybe that would be a type of logbook or hiking or camping, logbook you could make or something like that. So for, like 14ers, people like to hike 14ers. Maybe you make a camping logbook for people who do 14ers, and they can, record all their details. They can record their camping. They can record, their feelings, whatever. There are groups like that and people who do that sort of thing. So Facebook is a great place to find niches that make sense together by looking at the groups section, because you get how many people are in that group. So you get kind of an audience size. And remember, this is just people who have joined that particular Facebook group. So there's probably more people in the world who are interested in that subject. This is just, the amount of people that have joined that Facebook group. So it does give you some concept of, how many people might be interested in something you're doing. And that this is a great way for any subject. Really, I think people they just want to do research on Amazon or all these tools, and those are good. But sometimes looking at something like this can really help you expand your ideas and creativity, and then kind of really get, how much competition, not necessarily how much competition, how many people are searching for stuff like that out there, because it gives you numbers of how many people are in groups. And you can see how many groups there are. If there's like 20 groups with Northern California camping, right? A lot of them probably are the same people, but not all of them. So it just gives you, if there's more groups on a particular subject, then there's a lot of people interested in that subject. Okay. And they like different perspectives. All right, so let me go back to some comments. Hello, Al. Hello, Muhammad. Oh, all the way from Egypt. I loved Egypt. I was there. I think I've told you that. I was there a long time ago, about 20 years ago. So I loved it. It was beautiful. And Algeria. I have not been to Algeria, but I was, not that close. But I love that whole area of the world. It's so, I don't know, it's got so much history. It's so beautiful. Okay, so let me stop sharing my, oh, no, I have more. Let me check my notes to make sure I'm on my next thing. Okay, so, Facebook groups. And now I'm going to do, so here's another nugget I found for you guys. So I have an Etsy business, right? So Etsy sent me this, an email showing that they've done a blog post, how to market your business on TikTok. And what it's talking about is how to market your Etsy store on TikTok. But why can't you market your books or your book brands on TikTok? So I thought this would be a really great, it kind of walks you through, if you don't know what TikTok is, it kind of gives you some tips and ideas, and there's different links and stuff to check out. So if you, what I liked about this was it was trying to business focus, advertisement on TikTok. And so I think you can do something very similar with your books or your concepts or your creation or anything. But this gives you some ideas. So I would just search on Google Etsy TikTok, marketing on TikTok or something like that. I'm sure it will come up. It's in Etsy's, they have like a blog that they do. So it would probably be right in there. I have the link here, but it's probably really, really tiny for you all. So I imagine Google will find it pretty quickly. All right. I'll put the link, you know what? I'll put the link in the show notes so you have the link to this particular article. That's probably the way to do it. Okay, let's see other comments. I've got, oh yeah, the Vista. Yeah. A visa, you can't get a visa. Algeria is beautiful. And what building a store online is, let's see. So Muhammad asks, what about building a store online like Gumroad and sell through? You can definitely do that. The thing about building your own store is you definitely make more percentage of the cost, but you have to draw people to your store. So however you're going to do that. So if you wanted to, like, say, market your store on TikTok of creating your books, or your printables or whatever, you could definitely do that. The nice thing about Amazon is they already have a lot of traffic going there. So that's why a lot of people, and they like to sell their KDP books. They don't, you just upload it and you go, and KDP handles the rest. But you can definitely do something like Gumroad. It's about traffic. And even the nice thing about having, Amazon that has some organic traffic, you're still going to do better if you can figure out how to market your stuff in outside Amazon to get people to buy on Amazon. Because when you do that, Amazon loves outside traffic. So if you have, I'm actually working on it very slowly, though. It's going to start for next year. I'm working on an affiliate web page type website. And it's going to have actually links to some of my books. It's going to have links to all sorts of things because it's in a particular niche I actually create books in. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing it. I'm trying to learn how to do affiliate marketing through a website. But Amazon is going to love when I start sending traffic from my website to Amazon through my affiliate links. And so, I get the benefit of selling my stuff and promoting it, but also I get the affiliate bounty or whatever. So that's really cool too. Okay, so marketing is always important, and marketing is all about knowing your audience, which is kind of my theme, right? Audience, audience, audience. Know who you're making stuff for. Okay, let's see. Yes, if you build stuff through Gumroad or sell extras through Gumroad, you definitely build your list. There's lots of ways to build your list. You can do that through Amazon. I have a MailChimp, Amazon, like in my Amazon books, I send them to MailChimp. Well, it's not to MailChimp, but it's through MailChimp is my provider to do the email marketing and collect my emails addresses. And I give them a free thing. So I say, do you want free coloring pages or whatever your audience is interested in? And then I say, go to this website, and then they join my email list and they get free coloring pages. Ideas of building mailing. That was what I just taught. How do you build a mailing list? So many ways. It's usually offer people free things. Remember, their email address is valuable. So you have to exchange something valuable for their valuable email address. It's got to be an even exchange, or at least they must feel it's an even exchange. So you've got to pick something to offer free in your books that you think they would want. If it's a coloring book or activity books, free coloring pages, free activity book pages. In my kids' activity books, I actually have a whole bunch of, I do an assortment of activity pages as a bonus if they join my email list, because they bought an activity book for kids. And so, it makes sense to offer them more activity pages for free. All right. You just started in, Zed says you just joined, you started in June and made books and color bones, and I still haven't gotten any sales. Organically, I used ads sometimes. So if you haven't gotten any sales, it's a few reasons. You probably have not captured the interest of your audience. So that could be through the cover. It could be through your the written content. And it also could be just you're not hitting your title and subtitle so that it attracts somebody's attention, either keyword wise or the audience. And I know it's really hard to understand how to do that because it takes time and it takes research and it really takes the know-how how to do it. And I know that sounds kind of daunting, but it is something you have to learn. When I first started, I'll admit, I was doing it all wrong. I didn't know what I was doing, and I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I was listening to well, there weren't that many people actually when I started, but I thought I was listening to those who were there. There were some podcasts, and I wasn't. And it took me a while of doing things correctly and incorrectly until I kind of had that magical formula where I understood. Like, there's a level of knowing what's there and then truly internalizing that information and understanding. So a lot of people who aren't making sales probably are not speaking to their target audience, and they probably aren't actually solving their audience's problem. So if you can start with, what problem am I trying to solve and who needs that problem solved? And then really looking at what they need, really looking at what they're interested in, that it really helps. If you can kind of take a few steps back instead of trying to create some book, try and say, what problem am I solving? Who needs that problem solved, and what do they like? Where do they shop? Where do they do their social media? Like, all the kind of things of understanding them, you're just going to create a book that is more likely to speak to them and solve their problem. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, more things. Okay. Indie Publisher Design says, you mentioned that Amazon likes to promote new releases. How much does an author need to change one of their published books to release as a new one? It won't matter. It has to be a new book. So anything newly published will be, I want to say, looked at favorably in the algorithm for 30 days. They call it the 30-day boost. And it's, if it sells within those 30 days, it'll get kind of boosted more. But if you've already published it, your best bet is to change the price. Try a price change, because that's not necessarily anything new, but it is telling Amazon that you've fiddled with it, tweaked it, you're trying to do stuff. So try and change the price, try and change up a few keywords and see if you can dial it in better. So that can help too. Okay, you mentioned being able to help with the Etsy business. Do you have any videos about that? I have a few, but I need to do more. So I think I will add some more of those videos to my list. I've been trying to figure out what I should talk about. So I'll add some more Etsy and Etsy printables. I do really well with Etsy at the beginning of the year because my 2 Etsy printable shops are actually kind of beginning of the year focused. And then I should put more effort into them, but I haven't. Eventually I will, but it's like extra money that I kind of enjoy doing. So, it's all about of time. You only have so much time in the world. Let's see. Your course covering creating an email list via MailChimp is awesome. And the freebie is awesome. Yeah. So I do have a website hack and email course setup. It's called a mini course. It's like $9. It is totally a deal. I'm an electrical engineer and I code. Well, I'm really not great at coding. My husband's the computer scientist, but I do understand coding and I can do it. But I like to back engineer stuff. So I have a mini website course and the email. Yeah, there's how to build an email list freebie, and it walks you through how to do the MailChimp email setup. So it's like $9. Check that out. And you know what? Like, this is a great opportunity to tell you my cool free thing. So my beginners, like I think it's called Beginner Bootcamp or KDP Bootcamp course, is going to be free for the month of October. So if you have the coupon free KDP, and I have a banner. Let me put my banner up. Here we go. Coupon code free KDP. It's for my initial course, the bootcamp course, and it's just for that. It's just a getting started publishing bootcamp course. And then you can get that for free. And it is, it does more like, I like to use PowerPoint. So a lot of my examples are in PowerPoint, but the ideas, I walk you through how to publish stuff. I walk you through kind of keywords and various things like that. So, that's all in there, but it's free. So, enjoy. I do have to, it's going to be free, I think, till the 31st of October. So go ahead, go on there and get it. And let's see, let me go back to comments. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, my comment. That's what I get for doing live. This got me insane, actually. I don't know what that's referring to, Zed. Muhammad says, one of the key factors to having a similar products which are already selling recently. Yeah, that is something. Once you start to sell things, finding things that have been selling recently, you should kind of make more of those or different ideas. You don't want to repeat exactly the same stuff, but different concepts and ideas in that. Do you have opinions on non-English speakers writing in English? Yeah. Okay. So it is true if so Mike's saying they should stick with their first language. I agree. I understand that the US market is the biggest market and the UK. And so I understand non-English speakers wanting to join the ranks, but I do want to say that it's harder because the English language for us who speak it natively, my daughter's 7. And so I'm always explaining, oh, you have to say it this way or that way. And she's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. That's just how the English language is. So it's complex and it doesn't follow kind of what all the other countries do or other languages. It's really awkward. I don't know if we do that to ourselves on purpose or what, but it is hard for non-English speakers to get into the US market if you don't speak English well. So I would suggest, if you really want to, either keeping it really, really simple so that you know it's spelled and done correctly, or having someone help you. Not me. I'm not volunteering to help everybody. I have enough stuff to edit. I do edit students' college essays. And so there's a lot of college essays right now in the US. So I've been doing that a lot. But it's hard. It's not easy money, I guess I want to say, if you don't speak English as your native language or really, really well. It's just not, you can do it. I'm not going to say you can't, because I have planners in Spanish and I do not speak Spanish. But I actually had my daughter, who does speak Spanish, go through and read all my stuff to make sure it made sense. And I made it really basic so that it made sense. So yeah, it's not going to be easy for you. I had to do a lot of research. I had to get help to make that a possibility. So it's the same thing. If you don't speak English, fluently, it's going to be harder for you. And yeah, that's just kind of the reality. Okay. You like my flowers. Thank you, Mohammed. I painted those. This is my foray into painting. I kind of change them up every once in a while. Okay. So Indie's publisher says, would love to hear more about the 30-day boost. For instance, what if the book author is one person who purchases their book in the first 30 days? Okay. If you bought author copies, no, it won't do anything. If you bought a book, your own book, yes. I don't recommend buying all your books to boost it. It doesn't hurt, but it is not necessarily cost efficient, I guess. If you want a copy of your book, and I actually do buy not all of my books, but I buy ones that I think I'm going to use marketing material for, like I want to take pictures of it. I have a few books that I'm going to do A+ content. So I purchased the book and I'm going to do A+ content and show like real pictures. So I have another purpose for it other than just trying to get the ranking up. But yes, it would count and it will move your BSR if you buy it as a book from Amazon, but it's not really a cost-effective method, if that makes any sort of sense. You'd probably be better off spending $7 in advertising than trying to buy your own book. Unless you had another purpose for it, or you just wanted to own your own book. If you wanted to own it and hold it, then go ahead, buy your own book. And don't buy the author copy. It takes forever. It's like 3 or 4 weeks now before you get your author copies. All right. If you don't want a book to appear in the Amazon store anymore, how do you take it down? It does not go down ever because of it has an ISBN now, and that ISBN is from Amazon, but it has an ISBN, and so it has to forever stay there because of in case there's anybody who's bought it, then they could sell it in the used market. And I know that's maybe not likely. Now, the good thing is once you unpublish it, it kind of disappears from the search or gets buried in the search results. I have one that I unpublished. It was a short story. I had a paperback. I'm not sure why I did the paperback. And I unpublished the paperback, and it's totally, I barely can find it if I'm looking for it and I know the title. So, it'll stay there forever, but it kind of gets buried under thousands and thousands of other things. So I wouldn't worry too much that people are going to find it. The only kind of bad thing is it does get, if you have it connected to your author page, it does get shown there, though you can disconnect it, but sometimes it might reappear in your author page because the algorithm goes through and tries to link things. But you can try and unlink it, and it might stay unlinked for a while. So that's kind of a disadvantage. But yes, once you publish a public paperback, it won't go away. Sorry. All right. Let's see, one more question. Muhammad, do you have any tools to understand customer demands and trends? I use BookBolt, Publisher Rocket, Amazon itself, Keywords Everywhere, and Google Analytics. So Keywords Everywhere, I just use the basics to get some ideas of what people are searching for. But Google Analytics is fabulous. If you just Google Analytics, it'll show up and you type in different keywords. It gives you suggestions of other topics that people have typed in that are similar. It gives you trending data. Like Google Analytics is awesome just to at least show you trends and when things are the most popular to buy. Well, when things are the most popularly searched. And thus, that kind of tends towards things popularly are bought. Now, as far as, trending topics, am I a really trendy topic person? No. I have 4 kids. I barely survive my YouTube channel, my publishing, my college essays. Trending topics are really beyond me. Now, one day when my kids are gone and I have more time, I might actually try to focus more on like super trending topics, but I am not the trending topic person. So there are a lot of other YouTubers who they're like super on trends, but that's just not me. Sorry. Okay. All right, Mike. I think it sounds like you're leaving. So thanks for coming. I'm excited you were here. I haven't got to chat with you in a while. Okay. So hopefully you guys have this coupon code. I'm going to make it like go away just because, I don't know, it feels weird on there, and it'll stay for the next one. All right. So do you guys have any other questions? Because that was kind of all, I'm going back to comments. That was kind of all the questions or all the things I had to talk about. I'm excited you guys were here. I love having people on the lives to ask questions because I like to answer your guys' questions as best I can and really give you the information you need. And I know some questions get repeated over and over and over again. But, even just hearing, even when I I learn new things, right? So as I learn new things, some of my answer might change as I go along. So, you might learn something new too from all of that. Yes, thank you, Mohammed. I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers. I was hoping it would happen last night, but I'm like 10 off, I think, or something. Hopefully. So yes, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm happy to have you here. Please take advantage of getting my course for free. I know it's probably not the most exciting course ever, but it does go through the basics, which is what a lot of newbies need. And it's really just that. It's meant to be a basic course to kind of get you started, right? To go from zero to something, right? And my best advice for newbies is, for your first thing, publish something for yourself, right? Publish something you would want to buy, because at least everyone's worried about, oh, what if my thing is a failure? What if whatever, right? They get afraid and don't want to start. So just publish something for yourself. If you would buy it, then it's a success. If it helps you solve a problem, then it's successful. And it helped you learn how to publish something. So don't be so frightened and feeling the first thing has to be perfect, because it won't be. So just publish something for you. And if you're the only person who buys it, or the only person in the world who wants it and thinks it will solve their problem, it was successful. And so you don't have to have these expectations, just an expectation that it'll be something for you. And, then you got to learn a new skill, and it was something that, it was for you. All right. Anything else? I'm glad it's really helpful for you guys, especially newbies. I love to answer new questions, and I always want to help you guys as best I can. Oh, I'm not going to be live next week. I've actually already made the video and put it up on YouTube. It was kind of a fun one to make. It's a niche topic, and then it's a tutorial how to actually create one of those types of books. And I saw, when I was doing some research for something else, I kind of saw that, everyone thinks things are saturated, but this was kind of a niche that I thought, well, people might think it's saturated, but there's someone out there who did something unique with it. And I show that shows you that it's not always saturated. There's always something unique and creative you can do if you really kind of niche down your niche, right? That makes sense, right? We're talking about niches and sub-niching that makes sense, not pregnant pink people who can't blog book or whatever they are. All right. I'm so sorry if that was your guys' thing, but I'm trying to do you a favor. Don't do that. It's a waste of your time. All right. Thanks so much for being here. Sorry I'm babbling on, and I will see you all next week. Bye.